Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is December 23rd, and that means day 357 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, you can't have Christmas without Old Saint Nic. And while browsing around on Thingiverse, I found this awesome Santa Claus model. And our print turned out really good, and I can't wait to share it with you guys, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 357 of the 3DP 365 project. Like I was saying in the introduction, you can't have Christmas without Old Saint Nic. And while browsing around on Thingiverse, I found this very detailed Santa Claus model, and our print turned out really good. I'm super happy with the results. I really love the look of this little guy. He was a real easy print. I did use a lot of support material, and you can see a picture of it here before I removed all that support material. And once I had all the support material removed, it was a very clean print underneath. There is a little bit of scarring underneath the hem where the big poofy cotton, white cotton would be on his little Santa Claus outfit, but it adds a little bit of character to it. And there's a couple of little scuffs on his boot, but again, adds a little bit more character. But I tried to make it so I didn't add too much support that would make a visible scar on the rest of the model. And there were some areas I was a little concerned with when I generated automatic support. Simplify 3D put support in some areas that I actually removed because I knew my gMax 1.5 XT Plus could handle the print. So in the front there was an area here where the Santa Claus is holding onto his bag of toys. Underneath there, that was going to be a bit of a precarious print because this is a very small figure. It's only 100 millimeters tall. And underneath his elbow and a couple other areas too. I did put a really tiny piece of support material underneath the ball at the end of his hat here, the little cotton ball that would be at the end of the hat. And that came away really easily. And that was the only real piece of support material that I put visibly on the model. The rest of it needed it because on the hem of his little coat here, it's an air print and you're gonna need support material. Now we downloaded this model from Thingiverse, and once we had it downloaded, we sent it over to Simplify 3D for slicing. In Simplify 3D, I used a 0.2 millimeter layer height with 3 top layers, 3 bottom layers, and 3 perimeters, and 10% infill. And we did print this out at 40 millimeters per second and generate custom support material along with the support material that Simplify 3D generated. I went back in and removed stuff and added more support material in and strategically made it so I could have some areas to cut away and peel away the support material, which would make it much easier to reveal the model. And after about 5.5 hours of print time, the model actually printed out perfectly. The support material removed pretty easily. I did make a bit of a mess, but it did come off really, really nicely. And there's, like I said, very minimal scarring you can see. Plus I have some pictures at the end of the video that'll show some close-ups. But the rest of the print turned out awesome. This is some of that Matter Hacker Standard Series filament in blue, which has a really cool glass crystal-like structure look to it when it's finished printing. And I thought that would be perfect because we've printed other models with the same filament relating to the holidays, and they look like little glass sculptures if they print out really clean. And of course this one did print out very, very clean. There's a ton of detail that this artist put on the face, and I don't know where this model came from. It's actually the remix of an original model that was designed for SLA printing, and the remix version had the holes removed and some internal structure that was in the model and made it easier for FDM printing, and that's the model I printed. But I'll put both links down in the description if you want to print either one of them. But the print itself, or the model itself, has a ton of detail. Now this could be easily gMax sized, but I wanted something that would match the size of all the things that we've previously printed. Plus I didn't want to use too much filament because this is a very cool model, and I didn't want a really big giant Santa Claus and use a whole roll of filament. And of course that would take about 40 hours to print with my gMax 1.5 XT Plus. But this little guy turned out perfect, and he's going to make an excellent addition to our holiday decorations. Well, that about wraps it up for day 357 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you guys found this episode interesting and informative, and if you're looking for ways to support the channel, check out those affiliate links down in the description. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.